In this lesson, I want to talk about transform for objects. For example, this is an object, or simply you can create a simple object like this. You can see we can go to move tool to move it. As I said before, we have handles in any object, text, everything. You can see we have a transform uh, handles that you can drag and drag it to change the size of that, like this. Okay, but if you want to change it proportionally, you can hold in shift. If you hold in shift, you can move proportionally. If you want to just resize this this part of your object, you can click on these handles. That's very simple, and you know the transformative. If you going your mouse over here, you can see you can rotate it based on the origin of that. Okay, you know you can change the origin. You can enable transform origin to see the origin there. From the transform, again you can choose the origin of your. Okay, I'm downloading the sample. You can change the origin of your object like this. You can see based on the rotation. Here you can change, you can see the X and Y based on the center of the canvas. And from here you can see the widths and heights of your object based on pixels, based on the unit that you set. If you deselect everything, you can go to the document setup, and from here you can change the document unit from here. Okay, you can see that. From here you can type, you can see any, for example, you rotate and you want to bring it exactly at the middle and align that. You can go here and rotation, type 0, and boom. Anywhere in the software you can type any number. For example, you can go and +2. You can see you can type mathematical things here. For example, divided to 2. You can see you can type mathematical function here to shear. If you need, you can shear your object, something like that. In affinity, if you, for example, this it's a group, this is a group. If you're click and drag it, you can see it automatically change proportionally. But if you don't want to, it's a vice versa of that. Holding shift to make not proportionally. But in sample shapes, you need to hold in shift to make it proportional. If you make it group designs, vice versa. Another thing is I don't need shear. You can go here and make it 0 again. I will show you more in a color. This is a fill color. You can select that and select a color. From here you can choose stroke. I will show you more, don't worry. You can go to the stroke and change the width of that bigger. I want to just show us little something about scale override. If you open that, you can see some properties of the object that it tells you, okay, scale with an object or lock. What is this? It will show you more. In a stroke, we have something called scale with object. You can see if I make the object bigger and smaller, the size of a stroke does not change. It's locked in position. You can see. But if you activate a scale with objects, you can see if I make my object smaller, the stroke will be smaller with the object or bigger with the object. In some cases, in most of the cases, we need that. If your object bigger, you can see the stroke are bigger, and if you are smaller, you can see it automatically down the scale. It's also in effects. I will show you more about effects, and we have an object here. Option here, a scale with object. Anywhere in a software, if you see a scale with object, is this. For example, you assign effects, you assign, for example, for line width, shape corners, we have a tool that creates corners, layer effects, text frame content, everything that you see, a scale with the object means that. If you want to change the width and the height will proportionally make to that, you can activate this lock, and you can see if you type any number, it's locked this width and height together. But if you want, you can unlock it. If you lock it, it try to resize your object proportionally. For example, if you type this to this specific number and you want to keep this width and height together, you can lock it. And now if you type any number, in a width, the height will be proportionally change with the width, and that's what we want. Okay, this is all about the transform panel and the transform tool. If you select the text, the objects, everything in the software, we have these handles that you can transform it. And this is the origin part. You can see it transformed the origin here and here, for example, in this. But if you rotate object based on this, you can see the important part of this transform is if you come here and select your object and rotate based on this, you can see it always rotate based on the center of your object. Okay, but or you can activate the origin and work with that. But if you want to fast change the origin of, for example, this, you can see I set the origin based on this side of object. But if you again rotate it, it does not work, because for changing this, you don't have to rotate this. This handle is always rotate object based center of that. But we in the up transfer panel, we set it here. For rotating based on that, you have to go and rotate based on this. You can see now it's rotate. If you need, you can rotate based on this part again. So nice. If you want to change the origin of your object, you have to rotate based on this. I think in a shear, it's not important. Yeah, and in a shear, the origin is important. You can see it's shear based on that. So this is this changing is by eye, and if you want to assign a specific number, you can go to transform panel. That's it.